What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we're going to be talking about the MyTEAM game mode. So I've been talking a lot about this on stream, and I saw a few people have been making videos about NBA 2k21 and how they feel about the game. So I'm not going to sound like a broken record. I'm not going to talk about this game mode right here. You guys all know my opinions on this mode. I got Gus. I'm 35-3. I was 35 I think I was 35-2 and lost a game. But again, lost one game to free agents. One game, you guys saw it, and another game was because I was trying to post spin on post players for a video and that didn't work. So I'm still happy. 35-3. It's all good. But this mode's terrible. Just as a heads up. But I've talked about that enough, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But we're gonna be talking about the game mode of MyTEAM. Some things I like, some things I don't like. And some things that need to just be changed for NBA 2k23. Because this is the type of video that if it's made even, I think, in February, March, nothing's going to happen. So, is 2k22 better than 2k21? Yes. Yes. No question about it. I'm telling you that for a fact. NBA 2k22, MyTEAM, is better than NBA 2k21 gameplay-wise. That is a fact. Like, I played 2K. Do you want to know what it feels like? If you guys remember NBA, if you guys played on Next Gen, it feels like what Next Gen felt like at launch last year. And if you guys don't remember, Next Gen at launch was contact. It's Next Gen at launch minus the contact dunks and fadeaways. And in my opinion, that is the perfect 5v5 mode. That is close to perfect. Yes, there's going to be errors with the defensive AI. Yes, they can continue to work on that. But in terms of the movement of players, the way dribbling is, the way like range extender stats work, badges work, this is probably, I'm not going to say it's the best playing game we've ever had, because I think in the era before 100 badges, like I think before they had to make badges do everything in game, like there's still a badge. If players don't have a certain badge, they can't catch the ball properly. Like it's by no means as good as the pre-badge games. But I think in a 100 badge system, or 90 badges, whatever there is, in a game that is solely dependent on badges, this is as good as you can expect. This is honestly as good as you can expect. Will it be like that the rest of the year? I don't know. But I personally find this incredibly enjoyable. So, I actually really like playing this game. I genuinely like playing this game. So, that is a positive thing. So this is the thing, what I'll always say is I can always overlook things when the game is good. I can always overlook things. Like, I can overlook some bad spellings. I can overlook, like, a couple of things. I could overlook this. The fact that limited and unlimited are the exact same game modes. Like, I can overlook that. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, you don't see me really complaining too much about limited as much as I did last year, because I actually kind of like playing limited because I like playing the game. Like, once you actually play the game's fine. But there's a lot of big problems, and they can't go we can't not talk about them. And that's one of the problems, is there's this kind of like weird hurt mentality in the 2K community where it's like, if the game is good, you can't criticize it. Or if the game is bad, you can't say something good about it. I said a lot of really good things about NBA 2K21. NBA 2K21 did a lot right, especially on Next Gen. Pre-speed patch, before the Giants started running everywhere, before the Giants started running the game, I thought 2K21 Next Gen was a good game. I thought prior to the speed patch, before like January, it was a good game. Quick, shifty, side-to-side speed bursts, like when people figured that out, like look, it became a problem. But still, it was fine before that. But now we've just got to talk about the truth with MyTEAM. 2K have done everything they can to not let anyone get MT. Can we just acknowledge that? That not only now do you lose an extra, I think it's something like 30 MT per game. If you put 3 goals you hit in your bench versus 3 bronzes, I think you lose an extra 30 MT per game. There's still contracts. Contracts are still the exact same price as they were last year, which is a joke. Again, you look, Madden, there's no contracts in Madden, and even with FIFA for pack filler, everyone has hundreds and hundreds of contracts. You can't, it's like if you go to apply a contract, Finally, they finally fixed it, lads. This was only fixed yesterday. You couldn't even see the quantity of contracts. But contracts still cost him. You can still only hold 20 contracts. In FIFA, you can literally hold infinite contracts. Maybe it's 9,999, but I've seen people in the thousands. Like, is there a max limit on contracts? First of all, why are contracts? And then it's gone to the stage now where you actually, it costs you more money to play the game than it does for contracts. But if we look at this right here, domination. So in previous years, it used to be so easy to get 675 on All-Star. Like if you win a game in All-Star, you're more than likely getting that. But now the multipliers are less. The multiplier used to be 1.25, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware, the multiplier used to be 1.25 on All-Star. And now it's 1. Because I kept thinking I was playing on Rookie when I was playing on Pro. The multiplier, as far as I'm aware, on Pro used to be 1. And now it's 0.75. So like they lowered the multipliers when you're playing the game, as far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, again, it'll be a correction in pin count. But as far as I'm aware, they lowered the multipliers, so you get less MT per game. Still have the 1,200 cap. So if you get over 1,300 in a game, you still only get 1,200, as well as it costing more money for contracts. As well as that, the discard values went down. The discard values for every player dropped down. I just want to see what some of these discard values are. So this used to be 800, it's now 700. Is it the biggest deal in the world? No. But it's still a thing that's happened. These used to be 600. They are now 500. Emeralds used to be 550. They're now 475. Golds used to be 500. They are now 425. So they literally just lowered the discard values. Like everything as well. Jerseys. I see something that can be auctioned and sold. I have no idea what can. Like badges. I think. Am I wrong in saying that bronze badges discarded last year for 250? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But am I wrong in saying that? But I just know discards values are down on a lot of things. These discard for the same. Contracts as well. They discard for the same. But still, lowering discard values on players. Is it going to cost you a lot of MT? No, but all of this adds up. All of it adds up. Packs. Packs as well. So the Tuesday packs are the exact same price, by the way. The midweek packs are the same price. 10,500 MT. None of this has changed. League packs, as far as I'm aware, none of them have changed. I could be wrong, but I don't think they have. These packs are right here. These packs used to be 17,000 MT. They're now 21,000 MT. 21,000 MT for a deluxe pack here. You can't even get a 20-pack box. And in flash packs, last year flash packs were 7,500 MT, 7,500 VC, 10,500 MT. And now they're just these weird prices. Like, who decided 9,375? Like, I understand all, like, and why is 2K12? I don't get it. I don't get what the price is. Maybe this was that price last year, but still, like, these are just random prices. 184,375 or 84,375. Like, you're paying like 20k MT for a flash pack that gives you a 97% chance at or 93% chance of getting a one of the 2 lowest cards. So these packs are more expensive. They're definitely more expensive with MT. These are now more expensive with MT. You now get less for discarding players. Shoes. A lot of people are hyped about the shoe situation, but for me, I get it with the boosts. But it used to be you pulled a diamond shoe and there was like a 50-50 or a 25% chance it was a 3-point shoe. Now you need a diamond shoe and a 3-point boost. And it has to be a diamond 3-point boost. Or does it? Am I wrong? Oh, I could be wrong. A diamond boost are only +4. Okay, yeah, I think I'm wrong. You can put like +2 for that. I like the shoe crafting. I actually like the idea. But like, I don't know how I feel about it. This is a gimmick. This is literally just a gimmick. That they spent more time focusing on this gimmick rather than leaving these 2 broken modes the same. Holographic cards are a gimmick. The exchange, you know what? The exchange is better this year than last year. I'm just gonna say it right now. The exchange is better. One really good thing is the token markets. The way that it's easier to get to these boards. Like, for example, the position I'm in right now, I got 64 tokens. So, I'm in a position where I can now make a choice. I can either go and get myself a Steven Jackson, who's really good, and still get myself 30 tokens, or a Junior Bridgman. I get these two guys, they're both really good players. If I was a Kyrie fan, I could get Freddie Brown. Or I can go and get myself a Mark Eaton. Or I can save up to get one of these guys. Or at the same time, I can save up for the new season to think maybe they'll bring out a Galaxy Opal reward. Maybe I can save for a new season and suddenly I have enough tokens to get a Galaxy Opal when they come out. Like, that's just the way you're looking at things. So this is a huge positive. Like, this is a really good thing with my team. Domination, I don't like how difficult it is. All-time domination. And my problem with it being the difficulty is that the CPU doesn't miss. Like, if you are not an above-average player, you will not beat domination. Like, if you are a 50th percentile player, you're not beating domination. You're just not. It won't even be easy when cards are 99 everything, because they're giving every card player in all-time dom like a 99 3-ball. It's difficult. Like, last year, yeah, the CPU probably missed too much on next gen. I'll admit that. But this is what everyone said last year. Current gen offline was the worst experience ever because the CPU didn't miss. Next gen offline was fine because the CPU didn't hit every single shot. So instead of 2K making it so that the CPU missed more on current gen, so that people would have a little more of an enjoyable experience playing offline on current gen, they made the CPU better on next gen than it was on current gen last year. Like, it's... I don't get it. Obviously, I don't have the data, but I just don't get it. This is a W. This is a W. Standard league pack to play in one game. It's on pro. Yeah, the teams are going to score against you all the time. This is a huge W. Skill challenge is huge W. What's the reward for Ingles? Defeat the team to earn yourself an Ingles. Okay, a 4-minute quarter game for a... I know you can't see the Joe Ingles, but that's a W. The Evo cards are a W. The fact that the domination rewards, you see these like Draymond, but like Derek White's good. Harrison Barnes is okay. Monte Morris is good. Plumlee's okay. Bridges is good. Boucher's brilliant. Like, these domination rewards are really good this year. They're actually cards people are going to use. A lot of them. So, yeah, I'm going to say the rewards are really good. But then you've got the draft mode, where it's the flaws are twofold with the draft. First flaw, why can't we see 5 cards? Why? There's no reason. There is absolutely no reason why we can't see all 5 cards. Why we need to flip 3 of them and not be able to see all 5. And some people are like, oh, maybe you should get an option to pick one of the other 2 at the end. It's like, no. Just let us do what every other draft mode does and let us see all 5 cards. This is not a draft mode. This is a random team mode. You have to pick 10. You get 10 choices out of 15. And you have to pick 66% of the cards you see. Like, that is not a draft. That is a random team mode. It's not a bad mode. This is actually an enjoyable mode. I was wrong about the 10 wins, 3 losses. I was so wrong. I was dead against that at the start of the year. I was wrong. I'll be the first to put my hand up and admit I was wrong about that. That is the only thing I believe that I thought was going to be a problem pre-launch. That is actually a good thing in game. I genuinely enjoy playing this mode. It's not a draft mode, but it's fun. It is very fun. But what happens when you have no draft tokens? Is it like MLB where you can play, where you can use an in-game, you can use a currency you can get in-game? No. Is it like FIFA where you can use a currency that you can get in-game? 15,000 coins. No. It's 7,500 MT. It is 7,500 sorry, not MT, VC. If it was 7,500 MT, I'd be cool. But it's VC. And 2K know that the vast majority of my team players do not play my career. Of people that are going to be sweating the draft don't play my career. They know that. So they know that people are going to have to pay money to play the game mode. Because they gave look, if you're looking at draft tokens, everyone's like, oh yeah, W, they gave out a draft token. This week's locker code didn't have a draft token. Last week's one did. This week's one didn't. And also, if you started this game and you didn't play week 1, part 1, it's week 1, part 3. Like, you get a draft token for a locked challenge behind what is 150 points of base set players. This is about, let's say, an hour of playing. An hour of playing to do that. 2 hours of playing here. Base set shooting guards. Like, it's literally locked behind. This one draft token is locked behind like 3 hours of playing the game. This is not a W. And it's one draft token that we've gotten. That's the one draft token we've gotten since launch day. One. And the funny thing is that, yes, there are people that are going to load up on VC and spend it on the draft. There are. But I actually think there will be equally as many people loading up on VC if you made them pay with 7,500 MT. Because they would be like, why would I waste my MT? I can just... The people that are going to buy VC are going to just spend their VC. What's going to happen is the people that don't have the MT aren't going to say, I'm going to load up and buy VC to play the draft. They're just going to say, I'm not going to play the draft. Whereas if you let people with MT, people are still playing the draft anyway. And it means that people are actually playing the mode. What's going to happen is within the next 6 weeks at some stage, this mode is going to be a ghost town. Because everyone's going to be running out of their 3 draft tokens that you get free for starting the game. Everyone's going to run out of those. There's been almost no ways to get draft tokens, and I get it. If 2K are saying, oh, we gave you an XP agenda challenge, it's locked behind 3 hours of gameplay. So if you are, for example, I'm talking about the casual player that might play the game. Like, even I haven't got to number 2 of those challenges. Purely because I haven't grinded specifically for them. So yeah, it's grinded behind that. Also, those challenges said 3 draft tokens initially, and then it turned out it only gave you 1. If it was 3 draft tokens, I wouldn't be anywhere near as annoyed. But the easy way to fix the draft is let us flip 2 cards, or 3 cards, or say not 3. Let us flip all 5. They let us flip 3. Let us flip all 5 cards and let us enter with MT. That is perfect. This mode is fun to play, but 2K are going to kill the mode very, very quickly. The mode's going to die out very quickly if they're not careful. Because at the end of the day, they think that just letting it with VC is going to force people to buy VC, but all it's going to do is kill the mode, and then they're not making any VC from the game mode. Because in reality, for me, I noticed one thing is that when 2K aren't making their money, and when people aren't buying VC, 2K actively screw us. They will actively do things to screw the player base when people aren't buying packs. And I actually think that in the long run, they might think that not letting people buy them with MT is helping them, but it's not. Like, there are countries where you cannot buy VC. There are legitimately countries where you cannot buy VC. And you're basically saying, if you're only playing MyTEAM and you're in one of those countries, you just can't play the draft. If you play too much of the draft, you just can't play anymore. And I get it, you might be saying, okay, maybe sometimes people don't have enough MT. But it's quite getting 15k MTs at least earnable in the mode. You don't have to go to a different mode to play it. And that's the problem is, yes, you can grind VC, but you have to leave the mode. That's my problem with it. Unlimited and limited. Limited's, I mean, we all know how much I hate orange look-based rewards. I just got a tweet from somebody who's played 21 games and he hasn't seen a ring. Another one from somebody who's played 19 games. That's limited for you. It's a disastrous reward system that 2K won't change. Unlimited. So, this is one of the worst. This is the worst main game mode of any game, and it got worse this year. Yes, there are less wins, but SBMM has gone to a new level. It's gone to a new level. If you are blowing someone out by 30 in Unlimited, let them come back. I'm telling you, let them come back. Do not blow somebody out quickly. Let them come back, win by 5 points. Intentionally lose games. I'm telling you, if you are, say, it's 7 wins to go up in a tier, and you're 6-0, intentionally lose your next 3 games by 40. Because you could be screwed. Everyone I know that's playing this mode in Europe with the way SBMM is, if you're in the Opal tier, you play the same 6 players every single game. I watched Unbeatable Jacob stream, and he played the same player 3 times in a row. If you are destroying beginners, you are only going to play against comp players. And you might be saying, oh, but that's fair. It is fair. If the game mode rewarded you for that. But you have to go perfect. The purpose of SBMM is to bring everyone on an even playing field. And it does that correctly. Everyone is on an even playing field. But even playing field and winning 12 games in a row should not be the same thing. You should not... it is next to impossible to win 12 games in a row unless you are legitimately a top 50 player in the world. It is next to impossible to win 12 games in a row against competitive players. Like, people don't even scrim comp that much anymore in America because they just play unlimited because there's an 80% chance you play someone. Splash Edition literally has played all the best players in the world. Play in unlimited. The best players in the world are struggling with this mode. And you might say, oh yeah, Will Chamberlain should only be for the best players in the world. And I'm cool with that. But there's no good rewards up to Will Chamberlain. But, as well, if you literally do what I told you guys there. If you're winning by 30, let your opponents come back. Try to win every game by like 5-6 points. Try and keep them all within single digits. If you are, for example, MyTEAM Unlimited, obviously it's going to take more time. But, and if you quit the games, it's not going to help you either. That's not going to affect your SPMM score if you just quit a bunch of games. But I'm 1-0. I need 2 wins. I mean, it's in my best interest to get flooded by 30 points for my next 10 games. It is in my best interest to do that. Because if I get flooded by 30 points by my next 10 games and I win one, and then keep doing the same thing, win like 4 or 5 in a row by a couple of points, and then get flooded by like 30 for like 7 or 8 games and just go and win the next one to get promoted, by the time I get to the Galaxy Opal tier, I'm going to be in such low bracket SPMM that all I have to do is play 12 beginners in a row. Yeah, that's literally how this mode works. You are like, if you try to play at your best throughout this whole run, unless you're in the top 30 players in the world, you're not getting wills. Right? As of right now. At the start of the year, because no one really had their SPMM score set, nobody had like their bracket, you were okay. You could have got wilt. A lot of people that got wilt in the first 3 or 4 days. Very few people are getting wilt right now. It is, unless you're, like even Ty is going to struggle. Like Splash is struggling. Like guys that are in the 95th percentile. Again, Unbeatable Jacob made the semi-final of the last 2K Legends tournament. He beat half the best players in the world on the way to the semi-final of 2K21. He's like a 70% win rate or something. And he can't get out of Pink Diamond here because of SPMM. Because he plays the same 7 players over and over and over again. He plays the same 7 guys. So that mode's just ridiculous. Triple threat. Like, can you please, 2K, can we please just stop with the RNG rewards? I played 182 games for Boone. Haven't got him. I have people in my chat saying they've gotten him 6 times in 100 games. And that's the thing. That's what happens when your rewards are based on luck. Like, again, I would have gotten so angry because I didn't see... I saw him in my 34th win game. But for the one game that I saw Gus Gerard, I would have been... Say if I just won those games. If I didn't see Gus Gerard, I would have probably beaten the guy with 3 free agents because I just wanted to play it. I would have sweated my ass off in that game. But let's just say I'm 36-2. If I didn't see Gus Gerard in that previous game, I've only seen Gus Gerard once. I've seen him once. I was 30. I had 38 games. I've seen Gus Gerard once. And it's still a ball drop. When you see him, you're not even guaranteed to get him because it's a ball drop. It's RNG based on you. Like the 100 is luck based because if you face good opponents, you're not holding them all to within 10 points. Like again, the best player in the world could face off against me and they're not holding me to less than 10 points. Simple as, whoever the best player in the world is. It's not saying that I'm better than them. It's not saying I'll beat them, but they're not holding me less than 10. And that's just the problem. If you face a couple of good players in a row, you're screwed. So you got to get lucky with matchups. Then you got to get lucky to see Gus Gerard showing up. Then you got to get lucky with the ball drop. It's triple RNG, this mode. It's triple RNG. This mode here, again, you have to get lucky on the ascension board that you pick the player. Again, Brian for 3 is something like 100. He's won 100 games in this draft mode, as far as I'm aware, and he hasn't got Glenn Robinson yet. Whereas someone literally forfeited their draft and got Glenn Robinson. You can forfeit your draft and get him, or play 100 games and not get him. That's the way 2K works. In this game mode, again, some people got him 6 times in 100 games. I played 182 and don't have him. Everything is based on luck in this game, and it always will be. Like, everything's based on luck. Unlimited, again, it's based on, because it's 12-0, they need perfection. It's the luck of the draw. If you don't tank your record, you kind of have to hope that nobody's online when you're going online. Limited, you got to get lucky and get a ring. Triple Threat Online, you got to get lucky and see Gus Gerard. You got to get lucky and pick the right person to draft. Again, I've gotten to the top board 3 times between all my accounts. Haven't got lucky. Triple Threat, you got to get lucky. Like, everything's just based on luck. Everything's just based on luck right now. And That's the thing that was my least favorite thing about last year. And you guys will know it. My biggest thing that I asked, like in all my like pre 2k22 videos, I literally said, fix these 2 modes here. And it's the reason why I wasn't hyped on the draft, because I knew when 2K brought in the draft that not only were they not going to do the draft that well, even though the game mode's very fun because the game's fun to play. The game is fun. I knew that MyTEAM Unlimited and Limited were going to be the exact same because 2K weren't going to change them. I said 2K need to get these game modes right first before they should start adding in new things. But no, they screwed up these modes equally as bad. They tried to reinvent the wheel and broke this game. But yeah. This game's good. The gameplay is good. There are really good aspects of this game. I don't like the fact we saw Mutombo early, but look, it is what it is. 2K needs to stop backs. The game is good. I've enjoyed playing this 2K game a lot more. And it's the reason why, like, yeah, there are still some negative videos. I'm still quite negative about parts of the game. The reason why I'm so negative is because they screwed up the easiest mode to do right, which is the draft. And they tried to reinvent the wheel and broke something that wasn't broken in TTO. They made it harder to get MT from playing the game, made everything cost more MT in the auction house, made packs cost more VC, made the odds worse on packs. Also, they do this on odds now. So you don't even see the odds anymore on packs. It's just less than 2%. As far as I'm aware from looking at people, the odds are like 0.5%. 1 in every 200 packs is a diamond. I think that's what the odds are. Like I don't know. Like they take... It's 2 steps forward. It's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back with MyTEAM. But the one big positive is that the most important thing in the mode is that gameplay is good. And the gameplay is good. The most important thing of all this, that 2K22 is a good game. The most important thing they have now. Yes, there's things they can fix. Yes, they can continue to tweak things. But the game is good. The game is good. The problem is that this game mode more than ever is luck-based. It's more luck-based than it's ever been. It's more based than ever on trying to get people to hit this button right here. It's genuinely, this whole game mode seems to be based on trying to get people to hit this button right here. And I get it, it's for profit. I understand. And just because I know they're going to do it, I can't expect any different, doesn't mean that we should all just sit there and be happy with the fact that they're doing everything they can to scrape every last penny off all of us. So lads, I'm no money spent this year. I'm not hitting that button. I'm not hitting that button again. Obviously, you guys know why I hit that button on day one. Because 2K gave me €200 worth of free games. I can guarantee you that that's not happening next year. So 2K23, I'm going to be no money spent the whole year. I can guarantee you that I'm not getting anything free. I can guarantee you I'm not getting anything throughout the year from them. So I'm going to do whatever I can. Whatever I can to show you guys that you guys can play this game without spending money. Because if anything, if that's the legacy I leave on the MyTEAM community, I'm happy with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Good game. Really good game. The gameplay is so much better than last year. Some of the challenges are great. The Evos are good. The Duos are good. The way the token market works is good. But they're doing everything they can this year to scrape every little bit of MT out of you. And I just scrape every bit of MT out of you, stop you from earning MT so that you go and hit the VC button. And I just don't like it. I just don't like it. The game modes, I personally think the gameplay of all the sports titles, the gameplay is probably the best. This is the best game out of FIFA, MLB, and Madden. This is the best game. This is the best video game. This is the worst. These gameplay modes right here online are the worst, and there's a big gap. Like, there is 2K, an online play. There is 2K, and then it's probably like Madden, MLB, Madden, FIFA way above. But 2K is the gap between FIFA and the others is way smaller than the gap between all the others and 2K. 2K's is the worst. It is point blank period the worst game mode wise online. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.